Good evening and welcome to Jeo Tv online news at 9. I'm Anifat Ismail. The news headlines. Federal government to spend 32 billion naira on housing intervention in 2025 budget. NAV probes accidental killing of civilians in Zamfara airstrike. Federal government to strengthen capital market for wealth creation. INEC plans diaspora inmates voting. Police highlights key sections of law to educate Nigerians on legal obligations. NUPRC begins real-time tracking to tackle oil export losses. ECOWAS condemns terror attacks in northern Benin. And on sport, NSC, Nigeria Police, parley to foster grassroots sport development. Now the news in details. The federal government has unveiled plans to allocate substantial 32 billion naira for special housing initiatives in 2025 to address the country's ongoing housing deficit. This was revealed in 2025 executive budget. The move is part of broader efforts to mitigate the long-standing housing challenges that have affected millions of Nigerians, particularly those in urban areas. The funds will be distributed across 4 key housing programs, each targeting specific aspects of the housing crisis. The Nigerian Air Force has commenced an investigation into allegations of accidental civilian casualties during an airstrike in the Zormi local government area of Zamfara state. The incident occurred on Friday during Operation Fasanyama operation targeting bandits terrorizing the region. Reacting to the incident, the Zamfara state governor, Dauda Lawal, issued a statement on Sunday confirming that some members of the Civilian Joint Task Force and vigilantes lost their lives during the airstrike. The NAV spokesperson, Air Vice Marshal Lushola Akimboyewa, in a subsequent statement late Sunday, reiterated the effectiveness of the operation in decimating bandits but expressed concerns over the report of civilian death. The federal government has reaffirmed its commitment to strengthening Nigeria's capital market as a critical driver of economic growth and wealth creation for citizens. In a statement made available by the Commission, Minister of State for Finance Doris Uzoka Anete disclosed this during a meeting with the Board of the Securities and Exchange Commission in Abuja. She stated that the ministry had been mandated by President Bola Tinubu to ensure the capital market plays a pivotal role in achieving the administration's economic goals. The Independent National Electoral Commission is pushing for reforms that would permit voting by Nigerians in the diaspora and inmates at the correctional centers. Also, if the proposals receive the National Assembly's approval, persons engaged in essential services during elections, including security agents and journalists, would also have opportunities to cast their vote during the general election. The Commission also requested the National Assembly to expedite action on passing the law for establishing the Electoral Offences Commission and the Political Party Registration and Regulatory Commission. The Nigerian Police Force has highlighted key sections of the law to educate and guide Nigerians on their legal obligations regarding public officers. In a statement titled, "Know the Law and Be Guided," the first public relations officer, ACP Olumuyiwa Adejobi, drew attention to Section 197 of the Criminal Code Act, which addresses the offense of resisting a public officer. The police urge citizens to familiarize themselves with the law to ensure compliance and to avoid actions that may lead to legal consequences. The Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission says it is set to enhance transparency and accountability in Nigeria's oil and gas sector through the implementation of the Advanced Cargo Declaration Solution and the engineering audit of upstream measurement, equipment, and facilities. It said in a statement that the plan is to track the movement of crude being exported out of the country for the purpose of transparency and accountability. The Economic Community of West African States has condemned the recent violent attacks in northern Benin that claimed dozens of lives. In a statement on Sunday, the ECOWAS Commission extended its condolences to the government, security forces, and people of Benin, as well as the families of soldiers who lost their lives in the line of duty. ECOWAS, however, reaffirmed its commitment to combating terrorism in the region, stressing the importance of its ongoing counterterrorism plan of action. The last on the news is sport. The National Sports Commission is set to forge a collaboration with the Nigerian Police Force in order to foster grassroots sports development and tackle insecurity. While hosting the first sports planning committee led by AIG Aishatu Abubakar Baku, NSC Chairman Malam Shehu Diko noted the contributions of the NPF in Nigeria's past sporting exploit. And that will be all on Just Event Online News at 9. Here is the recap of the story. Federal government to spend 32 billion naira on housing intervention in 2025 budget. NAV pros accidental killing of civilians in Zamfara airstrike. Federal government to strengthen capital market for wealth creation. INEC plans diaspora inmate voting. Police highlights key sections of law to educate Nigerians on legal obligations. NUPRC begins real-time tracking to tackle oil export losses. ECOWAS condemns terror attacks on northern Benin. NSC, Nigerian Police Pally to foster grassroots sports development. Thank you for watching Just Event Online News. Remember, each and every stage has its own impact and its challenges for lessons to be learned. For more news, visit www.thejusteventonline.com, and to read more updates, follow us on our social media platforms with a tap at Just Event Online. You can also send us an email on justeventonline@gmail.com. I am Anifat Ismail. Good night.